I refuse to side with my wife about my son's ex-girlfriend being pregnant. My wife thinks I'm being a terrible father, but I genuinely believe our son is telling the truth. So my son Jake just turned 16 and he had this girlfriend for a few months. They broke up about a month ago and I thought that was the end of it. Then 3 weeks ago, her parents called us and dropped a bomb. They said their daughter was pregnant and the dates lined up with when she was dating Jake. My wife and I completely panicked. We stayed up all night talking about what this meant for our family, for Jake's future, for everyone. We waited a couple days before telling Jake because we needed to figure out how to even have that conversation. When we finally sat him down, his reaction shocked me. He immediately said, "It's not mine. We never did that." I didn't believe him at first because I know my son. He's been active with other girls. He's actually come to me asking for protection before, which I appreciated because at least he was being responsible. But Jake kept insisting over and over that they never went all the way. I had a long talk with him alone and he admitted something that made him look terrible. He said he cheated on this girl. He's honestly a complete jerk for that and I told him so. But then he explained why he cheated. He said they only ever did one specific thing together that definitely cannot result in a baby and it wasn't good, so he never wanted to go further with her. My wife still didn't believe him. She was furious that I was even entertaining his story. Both families ended up meeting at their house to discuss everything. Before anyone else could speak, my wife just started the conversation by accepting that Jake was the father. She was already talking about financial support and how we'd handle everything going forward. Jake stood up and said, "I'm telling you it's not my baby because we never had sex." He was genuinely angry in a way I've never seen before. Then he said some very specific details about what they actually did together that I won't repeat, but it was graphic enough to be embarrassing for everyone in the room. Complete silence after that. His ex then tried to describe this supposed event where they did sleep together. She gave a time and place that sounded believable too. But here's the thing. My son has lied to me plenty of times before. I know when he's lying, and everything in my gut tells me he's telling the truth this time. My wife exploded at me when we got home. She said I was playing into his nonsense. She said I was part of boy culture and that I was letting him off the hook because I'm a man. Then she brought up something personal. She said kids born to teen parents are more likely to become teen parents themselves. We were both 17 when she got pregnant with Jake. She said I'm making everything worse by not living in reality and that she's left to figure out this mess alone. And to be fair, I have stepped back from the meetings with the other family. I just don't think we should be planning for a baby that might not even be ours. Here's the really frustrating part. We can't even get a paternity test right now. Her parents are refusing to do one until after the baby is born. They claim it could harm the baby, but I looked it up and the modern tests are completely safe. The courts here can't order one until after birth either, so now I'm stuck. My wife thinks I'm a terrible husband and father for believing our son. The other family thinks we're monsters for not immediately accepting responsibility. And I'm sitting here pretty sure my son is telling the truth, but having no way to prove it for months. Jake asked me last night why mom won't believe him. I didn't know what to say. I just told him we'd figure it out when we could finally get the test done. My wife barely speaks to me now. She's been sleeping in the guest room for a week.